Today you will learn about Vani. Vani is a social practice spread in Pakistan, Afghanistan, India also maybe. I'm not sure about India, but in Pakistan and in Afghanistan, it's a common practice, especially among the rural regions. To understand this practice, I want you to imagine a imaginative story. So there are two boys. One is Malik and the other is Mir. One day Malik and Mir fight with one another, and in that fight Mir happens to kill Malik. Now the parents of Malik, who has been killed, they go to the feudal lord and they set a jirga. So in rural areas, they do not have police, they do not have any law and order system. Rather, they have this jirga system where a Sardar is the feudal lord who has prestige and integrity, and he socially and morally he is superior among all. So whenever the village has any problem, they go to the Sardar, and whatever decision Sardar makes, everybody has to accept it, regardless of their likeness or comfort. They have to accept it. So now the family of Malik, they go to the feudal lord, and the feudal lord calls the family of Mir, who is the murderer. So the feudal lord says, okay, so Mir killed Malik. Now what you do? The sisters, maybe 5 sisters of Mir, would be given to the family of Malik as a compensation. So they have to do it. If they do not want to do that, they should pay money, a huge amount of money. And if they cannot pay the money, then the men of Mir family should also be killed, or Mir should be killed, something like that. So you have these 3 options. Now what if the person doesn't have money, and of course the person doesn't want to be killed, the murderer? So what happens? They agree on giving their girls to the family of Malik. Now there are some more conditions. The girl should be between the age of she should be 4 years old, or she should be 14 years old. So she has to be young girl, and she's a minor until, when a girl is 14 years old, she's still a minor. So you have to give it to the other guy, and there isn't any marriage ceremony. The girl has been linked to one guy from the other family, from the family of the victim. And so there can be one girl, and if there are more than one girls, the feudal lord can just release this order that you have to give 5 of your women to the victim. And then the most important thing is the girls, they symbolize the death of their member. So the girls become a kind of monument. They will not be treated as human beings. Okay, and it's on record. People have given interviews, and I just heard one guy saying, that girl would remember me of the death of my brother or death of my son. So I will bring a donkey, and I will make her sit on the donkey, and I will take her to my house. The girl cannot participate in the marriage ceremonies, any good occasion we have, she's not going to be the part of it. Her job is going to be to take care of the house and do the chores. And definitely, how can we forget about sex? So the girl with whom she is associated in that house, that men can have sex with her, and she doesn't have any saying in it. So there can be marital sex, rape as well. So that was quite surprising for me, and I was looking at something else and this Vani thing came up to me, and I said, what is it? So I come from Sydney City, where we speak Sindhi language, and it allows me to understand Sindhi language. So Vani comes from Sindhi language. So one means go. It's a kind of command, go. So we say one. So I think when we attach this suffix Vani, e, it becomes this new term, and when we associate it with that girl, who's paying the penalty. So I think then it becomes, as an adjective, that the girl who's paying the penalty, she has to go, she has to leave. So one means go, but Vani means the girl who is supposed to go. And also because South Asian languages, most of them are gendered, so we need to attach some suffix to make it gendered. So it should not be masculine, because the girl is doing it and men doesn't do this. So you have to feminize the word. Yeah, and the girl, as I said earlier, she is supposed to stay there like a maid and like a sex slave. And one of the guy also said, his son was killed, he said, oh, the only obligation we have is to provide her food and clothes. That's it. So it's like she is an animal and she's paying the price, and she should do it, because if she doesn't do it, then they're gonna kill more people. So to save 20 or 30 more people, then the woman should give this sacrifice. And then people were like, yeah, it's happening for years, so it's a normal practice. Why a woman won't do that? So yeah, that's a unique practice, and it comes from the feudal lord, and people just practice it. It's still happening. There is one more concept associated with it, which is called Vattasata and Karukari. I will talk about these things in my next vlog, but the words that I just used, they also come from my native language, so I will explain their meaning as well. I hope this video was informative. Please stay connected if you want to know more about South Asian cultures, especially related to women's subjugation. Bye.